Hi guys, Jeff at Slavens Racing. Just like to give you a few pointers here on installing a Rekluse left-hand rear brake kit. You can see I've already got it on my bike. Been using it a lot. Absolutely love it. Definitely the strongest one I've ever used. It's got plenty of power. And you can kind of see here how I've got it in there. It's kind of buried in there, but you know, it puts the clutch lever in a little bit higher position than I'd like, but I don't use the clutch lever. I've got a Rekluse auto clutch in there, so I don't even use it. I mean, I just stick it in gear and go. All right, so in the instructions, they say their first recommendation is to route this line, you know, in front of the forks here and down this side, on the left side, alongside the clutch line. I didn't do it that way. I used their plan B, and that is to run it on the other side of the bike. You can see it over here. There's the line there. So I run it on the right side of the frame tube, down by the radiator cap. Then I cross over underneath, right down in there. And here it is right here. So I do it that way because the cable is, the brake line, the brake line is too long if you run it on the left side, and it's just really sloppy that way. So this takes up some of that extra length and just gives a smoother routing. From there, let's see if you can see this. Yes, this line right here runs right over to the rear brake master cylinder, or slave cylinder, it is now, with whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. All right, so the very first thing I'd recommend you do is to read the instruction and user's guide. It's excellent. And I would read it at least twice, and also watch the video at least once or twice. They've got a great video. I'm not going to make a video on how to install it because theirs is way better than I could make. Rekluse does a great job with their videos. Obviously, it's their product, so they know it better than I do. And it actually is easy to install if you follow the instructions to the T. If you try to skip some steps, if you think, oh, I know how to bleed brakes, well, go ahead and do it your own way, but I guarantee you're going to come back to this. Because you're going to have air in the line, you're going to have a mushy brake, you're going to complain that it's not strong enough. Follow the instructions, and you'll be right on track. And I think there's one point in there where they say, get your wife or a friend to help you with this and hold up the master cylinder up in the air while you're doing the bleeding part. And I would highly recommend that you do that. I tried it without my wife's assistance. The first time I almost, got it bled right, but not quite. It still had just a little mushy feel to it. So I asked her to come down here to the man cave and assist me, and then bam, we nailed it. So from there, we need to go to the other side of the bike. All right, on the right side of the bike here at the brake master cylinder, you got to hook a syringe that's provided in the kit onto the master cylinder. You also have to hook the caliper. You have to hook a syringe onto the caliper, and then you have to hook another one onto the master cylinder. And they give you adapters for the master cylinder. Really slick little device for doing that. And then you got to have a 8mm box end wrench right here. So when you put that on, so you're going to put the wrench on first, then the hose, and then you're going to lock the hose down with this clamp right here. So you want to get the wrench in the right position the first time. It needs to go straight up like this. If you have it out here, like in this position, then when you go to open the bleeder, you're going to run right into this line right here. So your wrench is going to come down and bam, hit the line. You're not going to be able to open the bleeder enough. So put the wrench on first, pointing straight up, put the hose on there. And when you put that hose on there, grab it with a pair of pliers, needle nose or regular pliers, and push it on there. If you try to do it with your fingers like this, I almost guarantee you're going to take some hide off your fingers. It's going to slip, and you're going to gouge the end of that bleed nipple with your fingers, and it's not going to feel so great. So grab it with a pair of pliers and jiggle it on there, Then put on this clamp that they give you. Make sure you put it on tight. Next little thing is, make sure you open the bleeder before you start pushing on this syringe, because it will blow this hose right off the syringe and make one hell of a mess. And it'll blow fluid all over your spokes and your hub and your swing arm, your floor. So don't do that. I've been there. Not something you want to do. And I think that's about it for tips. So like I said before, the main tip is to read that instruction guide and watch the video. They're both excellent. And slower is faster on this. You know, if you want to think you're going to throw this on your bike in 15, 20 minutes, it's probably not going to happen. So do it when you have plenty of time. Don't do it on a Friday night when you're going to go ride Saturday. Do it several days in advance so you have time to sort it out and test it. And take your time. But almost always slower is faster on working on your bike. If you try to start rushing stuff, you screw things up, then you got to go redo it. So read those instructions. Watch the video. And dive in. And if you follow it to a T, this thing will come out rock solid. I mean, to where the lever is really hard. You know, it's got a really firm feel. You know, no mush to it, and it will work excellent. I'm going to post another video about the power of this thing. It easily locks up the back brake. I mean, you can lock it up super easy in dirt. You can lock it up on pavement. You can sit on the back of the seat, lock it up on pavement. I mean, it's powerful. It's an excellent brake. And if yours doesn't turn out that way, it's because of an installation problem. So take your time, guys. Enjoy. Get out and ride, take care of your trails, and that's all for now.